Hey, I'm happy to be back again, this time with the last video in the set of top 13 tips about different modules on IELTS, and today we will be talking about writing module. But before we dive in, I'd like to introduce you to my new Twitter account, which I will be frequently using for various announcements, and currently I'm working on a huge project which will be free for you guys and which will be in real time and obviously dedicated to IELTS. But before announcing it, I'm waiting for more people to subscribe because I want to announce it efficiently and because I want more people to know about it. So just go and check it out. And lastly, I have linked in the description box down below, as always, all the books that I used, which are completely free for download, and I guess they will be useful for you in the preparation for the writing section. Okay, so the first tip is to analyze and actually take some time to think and to take notes about what you will be writing. You know, the cost of rushing forward and thinking that you must start writing straight away when you were given the task is too high, because it is essential for you to stop and think, planning beforehand, because you know, it requires you to be a professional journalist, to compose your thoughts instantly and to know what you will be writing in your essay, let alone in English. Okay, the second one is learn the structure of your essay beforehand, and basically disregarding of the type of module that you're dealing with, whether it's academic or general, it doesn't matter, because actually in the writing task, chances are that the most likely you will be dealing with 4 paragraphs, which means first you introduce the topic, you give a brief overview, and then you divide your ideas into 4 paragraphs, and then just end it with a nice conclusion. Remember that the second task in writing is worth twice as much as the first task, and that is why you should really put some effort in the second task, but you also need to always start with task 1, never skipping it, because the task 1 is actually easier and it helps you to get on track so that task 2 comes more smoothly. Then manage your time, practice speed writing, and actually try to spend approximately 20 minutes on the first task and 40 minutes on the second task. Pay attention to the number of words you're writing, because you will lose marks if you write less than 150 words in task 1 and 250 words in task 2. Also, don't try to count word by word what you wrote unless you have plenty of time left, because it's more efficient to count the number of words in your line and then to multiply it by the number of lines in your essay. But better, learn to recognize how do your 150 words and 250 words look like on the answer sheet in your handwriting, so that you won't need to count them. And I have linked down below the actual answer sheet for writing, so you can download it, print it, to have the best experience in your preparation. Okay, next one, do not copy anything from your task. I mean, of course you can copy some words, but never the whole sentence. This will lower your score significantly, and instead always paraphrase. However, do not try to paraphrase your ideas in the essay. I mean, there are students who try to introduce one idea, a single one, but paraphrasing it differently into the 2 or even 3 paragraphs. And just do not do it. If you are introducing an idea, make it final and then go to the next paragraph talking about something else. In order to score high in writing, you really need to show your advanced skills of eloquent writing, and for this you must learn as many synonyms as possible, because it will make your essay pleasant to read. And I will be preparing the next video about the vocabulary for writing in IELTS and different synonyms. So please take some time to actually learn synonyms, because the more of them you use, the better score you will achieve. Okay, writing is the last module, and probably you will be quite exhausted by then, craving a break, but do not fall for this trap, because minutes of postponing and delay can cost you valuable points. Instead, try to use some time when an examiner hands in the booklets and tasks to take a break and to meditate, maybe to clear your mind, to think about something that relaxes you, and just try to forget everything connected to the previous sections. It doesn't any longer matter anything. At any cost, avoid contractions such as don't, won't, doesn't, can't, and informal language. Instead, use formal language. Pay attention to your grammar, punctuation, and spelling, because obviously if you're making mistakes, you're losing points. And vice versa, you will gain some points if you have sophisticated grammar incorporated. And the last one, as always, do not try to memorize any model answers, because the examiners are actually trained to recognize them, and you will lose your score. Also, you will lose marks if you write your ideas in bullet points, not in full. Okay guys, that's all.